He's Bill Ryder, and he's Ryder than you.
The program Ryder than you, sometimes.
He's a fan.
I love sports so much.
He's in your face.
I will destroy those obnoxiously arrogant, clueless, tone-deaf superstars who are marginal players, good players, who made careers, who think they're Hall of Famers.
He's nice.
I promise, we're nice here.
He's humble.
I think I'm pretty good if you're on the show about admitting if I got it wrong.
Live from Los Angeles, here's Bill Ryder.
All right, what's up? This isn't L.A. radio. What am I doing here? What's going on? We still got a Substack, everybody, and we will. Intermittently for the first few weeks. I am sorry that I could not do a show yesterday. I actually cannot. I may not be able to do a show the next 2 days, in part because I keep getting called into meetings by the people that pay me, who are great, and because Stu's difficult and a diva and wants to earn a living and not do a free podcast for his friend. So we're doing the best we can. I promise you I'll be in a better rhythm in a few weeks. Several of you have been listening to the show that I'm doing from 2 to 6 Pacific time here in Los Angeles on 97.1 The Fan. I have to plug it, right? D-Mac and Ryder. Lauren, you called in, which was awesome. Very cool. Thank you. But this show is going to continue. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it rocking. I love doing it. It will become more consistent. Buddy of mine, John, came up to me, who's a paid subscriber. And also, we picked up 3 or 4 paid yearly subscribers last week. Uh-oh. And so my buddy John, sorry guys, my buddy John was like, hey, congratulations on the new job. Is that free? I'm like, yeah, that one's free. He's like, then why did I pay for a year? I go, because I stole money from you. Then he laughed and hit me in the shoulder. He's like, I'm just kidding, bro. Kind of. I think he's kind of kidding. We were going to find content. We're going to get to it. So please, thank you. Bear with me on the sort of transition as we do this radio show that I'm really enjoying. But this is so important to me. BillRyder.substack.com is where you can get the ad-free version. A lot of these next few weeks, I am going to put behind the paywall, in part because Pretty Daddy's on, and he sent me this, where is it, incredibly obnoxious note. Candid, about how, well, I don't have it up. He's a star, and he's busy, and he works at Sirius XM, and I'm doing you a favor, and I don't give stuff away for free, even though this is free, and if you don't do a paywall, you don't respect me. It's like back when you needed more shine time on the radio show. And also because right now, this will change. I don't have a lot of time. And so the time that I have, I want to make for you and the people that pay for the show. And so we'll get into a better rhythm for free subscribers. And for those of you that want to pay $60 for the year for a question mark, like 4 people last week, BillRyder.substack.com. Double thumbs up if you're watching on the video. I love how consistent things are. I love being right on stuff. I love the obvious coming true when people roll their eyes at me. I continue to say throughout these playoffs that the Cleveland Cavaliers we're probably going to, at some point, pull a James Harden and to a lesser degree a Donovan Mitchell. But I think that's a real thing. And I think when you're paired with someone you can't rely on, if you're not reliable, you also maybe freak out and sort of go down to that level. That eventually Cleveland was going to Cleveland and Harden was going to Harden. And yesterday, with 7 minutes and 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the Cleveland Cavaliers in their opening game at the Garden against the New York Knicks up by 22 points, on their way to a certain victory to steal game one. A lock. Not even Harden could lose this thing. Not even Donovan Mitchell and Harden could lose this thing. I thought 2 things. I thought, okay, I could be wrong. And when we go to the old Substack, I admit when I'm wrong. That could happen, right? Long series. Could be wrong. Maybe the Cavs are going to win the series. And 2, maybe the Knicks just win in 5 and Harden's going to Harden later. But not tonight. And I was wrong on all fronts because Harden hardened. From the moment that the Cavs had a 22-point lead with 7 minutes and 52 seconds left, listen to these facts, including overtime, a game, if you don't know this, the Knicks shockingly won. And they didn't win by 3 points. They went on a 44-11 run. Over that stretch, the Cleveland Cavaliers went 4 of 18. So this is the last basically 8 minutes. 7 minutes and change of regulation in a playoff game in overtime. 4 of 18 for the Cavs. Harden was 1 for 7, and Donovan Mitchell was 1 for 6. Meanwhile, the old like Batman. Meanwhile, Batman was getting his cape on. Jalen Brunson went 8 of 10. The Knicks went 15 of 20. And in the most shocking comeback in history, that isn't shocking at all because it's James Harden, somehow New York won that game. And again, I don't want to overreact too much to a game one. I don't want to take this magical moment and just try to force my narrative into it and say, look at me. That's the kind of loss that would break players who weren't broken. James Harden is a broken man in the playoffs. Donovan Mitchell may be broken permanently now. And so for the New York Knicks, for the magic that we saw, for the narrative coming true, Pretty Daddy joins us. Tom, you better charge for this to Celestino. I was also thinking about Kobe Altman. I was going in the weeds last night, Tommy, my old sort of NBA insider. By the way, aggregators, I'm not an NBA insider. When I say James Harden sucks, I'm not reporting it, Luka LeBron. So much fun stuff.
Busy week for you, huh?
It was a big week, yeah. By the way, that wasn't wrong. It's not wrong. But it's like, if one person tells you something, everyone knows it. You're like, oh, that's interesting. This is what I heard. It's different than NBA insider Bill Ryder. I'm reporting for this place. Kobe Altman's the GM of the Cavs. And I was also thinking last night, and I like him. I met him years ago when I'm not young, but I was a younger NBA insider reporter, more of a columnist then. And he was a scout. He was like a random scout. I was thinking last night, he's the GM now. Maybe he knew something on Harden. Maybe he had the secret sauce. Maybe Harden is, that ingredient. What's a really terrible ingredient? Korean red pepper flakes, right? Like, that doesn't taste good most things. I just made something with it. That's why I thought of it. But tastes great in the right dish. And Kobe Altman's the NBA alchemist extreme and sort of knows that a dash of Harden here actually works. And then it all fell apart. You were off last night. Well, I don't know what day of the week it is. You were off last night. Today Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
So you watched the game. Well, what point did you realize, oh my God, these fools are going to lose?
I honestly, you know me, right? Like 22-point game in the fourth quarter, a little over 7 minutes to go. Like, I'm close to flipping that bad boy off. Like, I'm real close.
Can I admit something?
Sure, go for it.
I was watching the Dodgers game and this, and so I flipped the screens from the big to the small, and then I looked down, and it was like a 4. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. It became background noise a little bit for me.
Yeah.
But I didn't turn it off. But man, oh man, like you highlighted how James Harden turned into a pumpkin, his usual self offensively. Can I highlight one thing for you? Because you're like, okay, he's not contributing offensively. Bit of a problem.
I know where you're going. Yeah.
Direct quote from Knicks head coach Mike Brown postgame. Quote, "There's no secret we were attacking Harden." End quote. In the fourth quarter and overtime, the Knicks shot 9 of 15 with James Harden as the primary defender. So he wasn't doing anything offensively, and he was the biggest problem defensively. Bill, what are we doing?
So good, dude.
What are we doing?
Oh, I'm writing this down for my show later. You're like producing me.
Another game with more turnovers than made field goals. That's 32 career games for James Harden in the playoffs with more turnovers than field goals.
Man, you should produce.
It's just like what are we doing? How many teams are going to fall for this?
And by the way, there's a report that came out, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that they're going to extend him. And that extension can make it difficult to get LeBron if LeBron's available. It's a lot of ifs. The thing is, and this is where things I think get really complicated. The way that we cover and talk about media, I don't think we realize as fans, the way we are, both of us included, I think we're a little more immune to it, how we are influenced by the narrative out there. Because it